Okay, guys, welcome to another episode of Mike's Town Square. Um, so, I just wanted to make a correction from the last video I made on Sunday. I believe I said that we had 5 working days before the continuous voters registration will end. My mistake, that was a goof. It was actually 10 working days from the Sunday the video was made. So I need to make that correction. Now I try to make some videos. I have made some videos about how to help people register by themselves, so that all they have to do now is just go capture their biometrics in the office. Luckily for me, I saw a video of somebody somebody made the same video, but I think his work was much better than mine. So what I'm going to do in this episode is show you his work, and it's quite simple, the whole process. So we don't know if there's going to be an extension. I think the last election there were a couple of extensions. Well, hopefully there will be extensions, but the idea is to get as much people to register. I think the guy's name is Tech from Stan. Good work. I think he's a tech guy actually. Tech guys actually do better with this kind of thing. So instead of my video, his work was much clearer and savvy. So I'll play the video for you. Maybe chip in a few things. There was a place he talked about where you had to get started. In some videos, my own, I didn't see get started, but if you still go to portal verification, click it, it takes you to where you're going. So you'll see his work, and we're hoping that a lot of other people, most people now will try and use it to, because like we say, the when you do it yourself, it saves you the time of going to the office, and overwhelming the staff with those kind of pre-registration part of the thing, so that when you done most of those registrations, you reduce the job of INEC officials too, because when it, like everything in Nigeria, when it's towards the end, there's always a rush, so that when you get there, you don't have to stay long in INEC office. So they'll just move you straight to taking your biometrics and all that. So that's where we are. So we'll play his video. Then you see his work. Then if you have questions in the comment sections, we can talk about that. If there's things you miss, explanations will be made to guide you. I'm still hopeful that the government will extend it more than the 10th, so that we can get as much young people, you know, to vote in this election as we can. So that's where we are. He did good work. He did good work. So I'm impressed with his work. So I'll use his video, spread his work, and hope that his video will help much people, a lot of other people to register and be ready for the next election. Irrespective of what is happening with the optics of uh, NDC, the government, INEC, and the judge in Kogi State, that's a conversation for another episode. I don't want to talk much about that until we see what they're trying to do. I hope they do not destroy our democracy, because now this looks like people trying to destroy democracy. I want to believe that people will not let their greed or their quest for power to ruin our society. So let's watch Stan's work.
First things first, right? To access the INEC portal, it's cvr.inecnigeria.org, right? cvr.inecnigeria.org. So I'm doing this video from a computer, a laptop, right? So it's the same experience if you're doing this on a phone. The site is very responsive, right? So it's the same experience, so nothing changes. The basics are the same, right? It's just that I have a wider, view of the site from a computer, right? So the first things first is to click on this Get Started. So you have this quick links at the top here, PVC pickup, check your voter status, polling unit locator, check in registration centers, and the help button, right? So, but basically, we want to click on Get Started, right? And then would have this. So this is the continuous voter registration portal, right? So you have the services listed here, the new voter pre-registration, voter information review. So this is for revalidation, right? So I just want to revalidate your card. So I'll do videos on all these sections so that we are fully aware of what's needed, right? So you have the voter pre-registration, voter information review. You want to locate your registration center. You want to transfer your votes. You want to update on information. You want to check for that if you've registered previously but you've not gotten your card. You click in here and find where you could pick up your card and all that. So if you've lost or damaged your PVC, here is where you could submit a request also, right? So, and the good thing with this CVR portal is that it's tied to your email account, so you need to sign up or sign in before you use this portal. So I've already created an account. So what we want to do is to the pre-registration portal, right? So I want to click on start registration. First things first, they would want you to log in or sign up, right? So you either log in or you sign up. So if you click on, so there are ways to sign up or log in with your social media. So you can sign up with Google, right? Just so you have a Google account, you can just sign up with that, or you could fill out this form here to create an account, right? So, but I have an account already, so okay. Okay. So yeah, I got that error because I actually uh created the account with connected with my Google account, right? So that's why it's giving me that error. Right. Okay. We're signed in now. Right. So we signed in, and I had an existing application, right? So I tried registering earlier, right? So, but I've not completed the submission and all. So I want to take us through the process together, right? So if you want to register newly as a new voter, right, you click on start registration, right? Start registration, and then so this gives you a bit of overview what to expect, steps and all that, right? And so this also gives you why you need to pre-register. So it makes it a whole lot easier if you pre-register. All you just need to do is to go with your slip to the INEC office. They'll just put in your ID number, your registration ID number, and then just do your biometrics, and then you're free to go. So it cuts down that wait time at the INEC office, which is a very great, innovation to that process, right? So you just click on new pre-registration here, accept this consent information here, right? So I would, so this is just voter pre-registration, put in your bio data information here, right? The site is still loading. So put in your information here, right? Fill this out. Let's just put in dummy information. Surname to be ASSA. This just dummy data, right? Nothing serious. 14th March 1991. Just dummy data, male or female, either ways. What occupation you are, your home address. You also put in your NIN, but NIN is not very it's not asterisked at this point, right? So you could skip it for now if you don't have it handy at this time, right? Because you still provide it in the INEC office, right? So level of education, primary, do you have any disability? None, right? Just fill out this basic information here. So just like I'm putting in just any random info here. Right. No, okay. Nigeria, sorry. However, you need to be Nigeria basically to do this. State of origin, or one word, place of origin. So you select a polling unit, Umaya North, Ibeku East, Amakombaja Hall, right? So you put in this. So this particular supporting document for pre-registration, it's not necessary, right, at this point, right? Because that's why it's not, it doesn't have this red, doesn't have this red asterisk on it. So it's not uh, important at this time. And then the next stage is for you to uh, capture your picture, right? So you put in the first picture that you just no expression capture, right? Then this one they want you to smile, and then you capture, right? Then you just here you're basically no smiling and then smiling, yeah, and then save photo, right? So we can do this with your phone, obviously, right? Yeah. So this processes your picture. So whatever picture you put in here would be used in your registration profile, right? So you allow this to process, allow this to process, right? And then you continue the process. So this just gives you, this is the information of you've entered and all that. So this is your registration ID, right? Gives you that unique ID where you could, once you go to the registration center, you put in that and then voila, you're in. And then they just capture your details and all. So once you've gone through this information and confirmed it to be accurate, so the next stage is to schedule your appointment, right? So let's say, where do I want to do this? Which center do I want to go and register? So there are dates. They give you available dates. You choose the one that would be most convenient for you, and then you schedule your appointment, right? So, but I'm not going to schedule so that I don't give extra work to the. So, but this is basically how you do this, right? Once you click on schedule appointment, you get a date and time, and then you get notified when to, you already know when you've chosen, right? And then go for your capturing biometric capture. Then if you click,
Okay, guys. So that was Stan's work. Hopefully, it will help whoever wants to register to do the registration this week. We still have the whole of next week to do the registration. Uh, so the other thing I talked about the could get the barcode. Let's see what happens tomorrow and the next. Let's see how the bench responds. Let's see how civil society responds. Let's see how the opposition respond. But this whole judicial is getting too common. The judiciary is seriously inserting themselves into the system. The optics are terrible. But let's see how the society responds to this, and then we'll talk about this in our next video. I'll be having more video out this period. There's so much to talk about. There's always something in the. There's always something going on. Nah, I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video. Let's give people a chance to digest this and see how many people it can help to get their cards in the next few days. All right, guys. So have a nice day. I'll see you on the next one. All right. Bye, bye, guys.